And so people that give it the effort and that take chances, they deserve a certain amount of credit.
Without him, there wouldn't have been a gold rush. So we're all good.
The renowned gold rush miner Tony Beets has enthralled audiences with his toughness, willpower, and exaggerated demeanor. Behind the scenes is a story of emotional disclosures, family, and luck. Tony's path from modest beginnings to becoming a mining empire is remarkable. But what remains after the spotlight goes out and the excavators take a break? His family recently had to deal with a heartbreaking legacy that made them cry. Is there more to this poignant tale, or was it just the enormity of his wealth? Explore Tony Beets' extraordinary life and legacy as we reveal the wealth that caused his family to feel strongly. The unbelievable fortune. In addition to demonstrating his mining prowess, Tony Beets' wealth is a testimonial to his tenacity and strategic insight. His fortune, estimated at over $15 million, comes from gold discoveries and the ownership and upkeep of a fleet of heavy-duty mining equipment, some of which are among the biggest in the Yukon. His creative strategy involves repurposing old dredges, a tactic that drew praise and criticism from colleagues. Despite his wealth, Tony demonstrates his hands-on leadership by continuing to be heavily involved in day-to-day operations. But the enormous fortune hasn't been without difficulties, especially when controlling expectations within his team and family. The division of duties is a standard topic during family meetings, and these conversations can occasionally result in arguments. The emotional toll of running such a large company is frequently shown by Tony's open approach to tackling these issues. It's interesting to note that, despite his wealth, Tony leads a humble life, prioritizing the growth of his legacy over lavish living. The family's emotional reaction. The size of Tony Beets' money is a familial history entwined with ambition and sacrifice, not merely a financial achievement. There was a mixture of pride and pressure when Tony told his kids how successful he was. Since they were little, Monica, Kevin, and Mike have been active in the family business and have seen firsthand the unrelenting labor that created their father's empire. Security is provided by wealth, but it also necessitates a dedication to maintaining the family name in a highly competitive field. Known for her tenacity, Monica must strike a balance between her personal goals and continuing the family tradition. Though it has its challenges, Kevin's technical know-how gives their conventional approaches a contemporary edge. The emotional strain of carrying on Tony's legacy frequently prompts sincere family discussions about priorities and aspirations for the future. Despite occasional disagreements, the Beets family remains unified in maintaining Tony's hard-earned success because of their mutual appreciation for his journey. Tony's humble beginnings. The life story of Tony Beets is a timeless example of tenacity. He was raised on a small dairy farm in the little Dutch village of Wydenis, where toil was a way of life. Tony's entrepreneurial energy was apparent as a youngster. To provide for his family, he took on a variety of local occupations. He bravely decided to go to Canada in his early 20s, bringing only hope for a better life. Tony began his career in construction, working long hours in harsh conditions and even taking on additional jobs to make ends meet. During this time, he discovered mining, offering potential and risk. Tony's first experience with placer mining was anything but glamorous. It required arduous work and long hours. But what makes him unique is his fortitude and capacity to grow from failure. Tony's modest upbringing not only influenced his work ethic, but also served as a motivation for both his family and his admirers. Meeting the love of his life, without many, Tony Beets' wife and loyal companion, his path to achievement would not have been complete. After meeting his youngsters in the Netherlands, the two soon developed a relationship that would last a lifetime. Tony was able to take chances that would change their lives, such as moving to Canada, because of Manny's unfailing faith in his vision. Manny has been more than just a helpful spouse throughout the years. She is a vital component of the Beets Mining Company, managing logistics and finances while Tony oversees operations. Raising a family amid the untamed Yukon wilderness and dealing with financial insecurity are two difficulties they have tackled together. Manny's pragmatic outlook and Tony's audacious strategy make them a powerful partnership. One of their most endearing qualities is their shared dedication to family customs and willingness to take time out of their busy schedules to commemorate milestones. Their romance serves as a reminder that every significant achievement frequently stems from an equally outstanding collaboration. The challenges of raising a family. Raising a family in the harsh Yukon was almost as difficult for Tony and Manny Beets as mining. The harsh realities of mining life, including long workdays and erratic weather, were around their 4 children, Monica, Kevin, Mike, and Bianca. The unrelenting chase of gold frequently overshadowed education and family time, but Tony and Manny were committed to giving their kids the resilience and independence they needed. The family had particular difficulties, such as locating good schools in far-flung places and balancing job and safety obligations. Notwithstanding these challenges, the Beets children adopted the way of life and each found a place in the family business. Monica gained a reputation for being a strong leader, and Kevin grew proficient with machinery. Their shared experience of overcoming adversity formed the Beets family's strong friendship. The foundation of Tony and Manny's family relationships is still their honest and cooperative parenting style. Tony's rise in gold mining. The rise of Tony Beets in the gold mining industry is a tale of perseverance and grit. Tony began as a machine operator with little funding, gaining practical experience and understanding the intricacies of placer mining. Tony's early business endeavors were characterized by grueling hours and low revenues, but he stood out for having a sharp eye for chances. He immediately established a reputation for turning dormant claims into lucrative locations. Tony's willingness to invest in state-of-the-art machinery, including enormous dredges, transformed his business and gave him the moniker, the Viking. Tony's ability to inspire devotion and mentor his staff also helped him succeed. He is renowned for his direct managerial approach and frequently expects the most from the people around him. Beyond monetary benefits, Tony's success in gold mining represents his fortitude in the face of adversity, transforming what many believed to be an unattainable ideal into a prosperous empire. Gold Rush fame. Tony Beets' presence on Gold Rush, where his no-nonsense demeanor and larger-than-life persona enthralled audiences worldwide, caused his celebrity to soar. Tony, who first appeared on the show in its second season, immediately made a name for himself with his colorful language, objective viewpoints, and unwavering determination. His genuineness and the intense drama surrounding his mining operations captivated viewers. His bold attempt to rehabilitate a 75-year-old dredge, the vast undertaking that demonstrated his risk-taking nature, was one of the most memorable moments on the show. Tony has stayed loyal to his roots despite the demands of fame, frequently highlighting the value of family and hard work. His open communication with his kids, who play a crucial role in his business, gave the program a more relatable feel. In addition to being a mining legend, Tony is now a television personality who exemplifies the tough resolve that Gold Rush enthusiasts find admirable. Monica and Kevin's role beyond simply being Tony's kids. Monica and Kevin Beets are essential members of the family mining company. Renowned for her tenacity and leadership, Monica oversees critical daily tasks. She has demonstrated female abilities in a male-dominated field by frequently taking the lead on challenging assignments and ensuring the group remains concentrated. However, Kevin's technological know-how is priceless. His extensive mining machinery and mechanics knowledge enables the Beets crew to effectively handle challenging tasks. By combining creativity with the time-honored techniques their father instilled, the siblings collectively give the family firm a contemporary edge. Monica became a fan favorite after appearing on Gold Rush because of her tenacity and direct demeanor. On the other hand, Kevin remains a more subdued but no less influential figure, frequently stepping in to fix mechanical issues. Together, their efforts guarantee that the Beets' legacy is maintained and adapts to the needs of a constantly shifting business. The environmental controversy. There has been some controversy surrounding Tony Beets' mining enterprise, especially about environmental issues. Tony's large mining operations in the pristine Yukon wilderness have periodically drawn criticism from regulators and environmentalists. Dredging and excavation, according to critics, damage wildlife habitats, upset ecosystems, and pollute water supplies. However, Tony has continuously defended his actions, claiming they limit environmental harm and comply with legal requirements. An unlawful fuel spill was one noteworthy event that brought attention to the thin line separating preservation and progress and resulted in sanctions. Some regard Tony as representing the environmental costs of gold mining, while others see him as a symbol of stern determination. The dispute highlights the conflict between ecological sustainability and economic expansion in mining-rich areas. Although the subject is still divisive among audiences and critics, Tony continues to push limits despite the criticism, arguing that environmental stewardship and responsible mining can coexist. Manny's business acumen, Manny Beets, who meticulously oversees the family business finances and logistics, is frequently referred to as the foundation of the Beets empire. Manny puts a lot of effort behind the scenes to ensure everything goes smoothly. Even though Tony is the public face of their mining endeavors, her careful attention to detail has prevented many possible setbacks for the family, from organizing supplies to balancing expenses. Manny's commercial acumen extends beyond mining. She is skilled at handling the family's public persona and frequently serves as a soothing influence during tense situations during the gold rush. Her ability to seamlessly balance her roles as a wife, mother, and businessman is admired by her fans. It's interesting to note that Manny's early influence in persuading Tony to take measured chances, like relocating to the Yukon, has been crucial to their success. She is an essential member of the Beets dynasty because of her problem-solving capacity and steadfast devotion to Tony. A family built on sacrifice, the Beets family's success proves the value of tenacity and selflessness. The challenging Yukon mining environment meant long hours, physical exhaustion, and little time for family life. Tony and Manny struggled constantly to strike a balance between their personal and professional lives. Manny was left to run the home and the business, while Tony was frequently gone for weeks. Nevertheless, they had a solid family base throughout it all. All 4 of the Beets siblings are now competent adults, demonstrating that Manny's attempts to instill the principles of perseverance and hard work in their kids have paid off. The sacrifices also cultivated a profound appreciation for the benefits of their effort, such as shared legacy and financial stability. Interestingly, the family frequently considers these difficulties privately, admitting they have become closer due to their struggles. Their tale is a potent reminder that perseverance and teamwork are often necessary for success. Tony's biggest gamble. Even though Tony Beets is accustomed to making significant judgments, buying a massive dredge for millions of dollars is one of his riskiest choices. A remnant of the Yukon's mining history, the dredge needed substantial restoration and presented logistical difficulties during setup and transportation. Many questioned if such a large project could succeed, but Tony persisted because he believed in its possibilities. Regulatory obstacles and mechanical malfunctions were among the project's problems, but Tony's perseverance paid off as the dredge revolutionized his mining operations and significantly increased the amount of gold produced. The enormity of the project enthralled Gold Rush fans, solidifying Tony's standing as a visionary risk-taker. This risk encouraged other professionals to re-examine traditional methods using contemporary advancements. For Tony, the dredge's success was more than just a financial gain. It confirmed his audacious, unconventional mining strategy. The tragedy that changed everything. When Tony and Minnie's baby girl, Jasmine, died in 1992, the Beets family experienced an unfathomable grief. The catastrophe deeply affected the family, strengthening their bonds and making them closer. The loss motivated Tony, who worked harder to provide for his surviving children. Known for her resilience, Minnie kept the family together during this terrible period while highlighting the value of savoring each moment. The experience also changed the Beets' perspective on their personal and business lives, giving them a more profound respect for the relationships that kept them going. Interestingly, Gold Rush fans frequently highlight the Beets family dynamic's unsaid emotional depth, evidence of their strength derived from this tragic chapter. The family is still guided by Jasmine's memory, which serves as a reminder of the importance of sticking together, being persistent, and leading a purposeful life. Mentorship in mining. Tony Beets has always felt that it is essential to share what he knows to preserve traditional mining methods. He has coached many young miners who have built their own prosperous lives. Although his tough love style, characterized by high standards and candid criticism, may come across as scary, it stems from a sincere desire to help others prepare for the harsh realities of mining. Tony has been a direct mentor to his children, particularly Monica and Kevin, who have learned the leadership and technical sides of the craft under his careful supervision. Interestingly, Tony also motivated teammates and rivals during the gold rush, frequently intervening to guide them in crucial situations. Supporters value his readiness to impart knowledge while keeping a sharp competitive advantage. For Tony, mentoring is more than merely imparting knowledge. It also entails upholding the traditions of a field that has influenced his life and supported his family. Tony's relationship with Parker Schnabel. The connection between Parker Schnabel and Tony Beets on Gold Rush is an intriguing blend of friendship and antagonism. Tony, Parker's landowner and mentor, has been instrumental in forming Parker's mining profession. However, their interactions are frequently characterized by heated arguments about mining tactics, equipment, and land leases. Despite their differences, the two deeply regard each other since they acknowledge their commitment and experience. Parker's bold attempt to operate on Tony's leased land was one significant instance in their relationship that both caused friction and demonstrated Parker's will to succeed. It's interesting to note that Parker recognizes Tony's impact on his career, and Tony frequently compliments Parker's hard ethic, albeit in a rough manner. The show's high point is their relationship, which offers viewers drama and lessons in resiliency and compromise. For Tony, coaching Parker is about developing the next generation of mining talent as much as it is about competitiveness. Kevin's push for modernization. Kevin Beets is leading the charge in modernizing the family's mining operations by fusing old-fashioned methods with cutting-edge technology. Kevin has promoted the use of cutting-edge equipment and data-driven strategies to increase productivity, and efficiency since he understands the shortcomings of traditional approaches. Kevin's contributions, which range from bringing cutting-edge machinery to putting in place improved maintenance procedures, have not only raised output but also decreased downtime. His progressive outlook reflects his conviction that long-term success requires innovation. It's interesting to note that Kevin has investigated using renewable energy sources to run mining operations, demonstrating his dedication to sustainability. Gold Rush fans have witnessed Kevin manage massive projects and fix intricate machinery, showing that he is not merely carrying on his father's legacy, but establishing his own. Kevin ensures that the Beets legacy endures in a constantly changing field by incorporating contemporary technologies and procedures. His vision, which balances history and advancement, represents a new era for the family business. Monica's leadership qualities. In a field where women frequently encounter significant obstacles, Monica Beets has emerged as a trailblazer. Being the youngest of the Beets family, she has developed into a born leader and gained the admiration of her team through her perseverance and diligence. One notable aspect of Monica's work on Gold Rush has been her capacity to lead teams and assume leadership roles under duress. Her distinct leadership style, which combines her mother Minnie's strategic thinking with her father Tony's audacity, makes her stand out. Monica's ascent has not been without challenges. She has had to establish herself in a male-dominated sector, but she has done so with poise and perseverance. Outside of the mines, Monica is a mental health advocate who frequently discusses the difficulties in juggling the psychological and physical effects of mining. Her narrative motivates young women who want to break down barriers in non-traditional fields, demonstrating that passion and perseverance can get them past any challenge. The Yukon, land of opportunity. The Yukon is a character in Tony Beets' story, not merely the setting for his mining enterprise. The Yukon is a place of great possibility and unrelenting difficulty because of its untamed gold riches, harsh weather, and rough terrain. Tony's risk of relocating his family to this isolated area paid off, allowing him to amass a fortune. Tony's resilience and work ethic have been molded by the challenging circumstances, which have forced him to adjust and develop new ideas when faced with challenges. Notably, Tony's operations constitute a continuation of the Klondike era's rich history of gold rushes in the Yukon. Beyond mining, the Beets family relations have been impacted by the region's isolation, which has created a strong sense of mutual dependence. Every ounce of gold earned feels like a hard-won win for viewers of Gold Rush because of the Yukon's stunning scenery and harsh environment, which serve as a reminder of the stakes. The legacy of Tony. The tale of Tony Beets is one of perseverance, tenacity, and a steadfast dedication to family. His genuine legacy is found in the virtues he has taught his children: hard labor, tenacity, and adaptability. Even though his riches are measured in gold, through decades of mining, Tony has established a dynasty that his children are committed to continuing in addition to a business. The next generation is ready for the industry's difficulties thanks to his practical mentoring and readiness to impart his hard-won experience. Tony's ability to strike a balance between ambition and familial loyalty, frequently highlighting the need for unity, is admired by fans. Interestingly, Tony's achievement has motivated many viewers to follow their goals despite all obstacles. Tony's influence continues to be the foundation of the Beets Empire's success as it expands. His narrative shows genuine riches are about making a lasting impression on the people who matter most, not just about achieving financial success. What's next for Tony Beets? The future of Tony Beets has become a hot topic among Gold Rush supporters as he approaches the end of his career. While most people believe that retirement is inevitable, Tony doesn't appear to be slowing down. He seems more concerned with making sure his family's mining business survives. This includes giving his kids, Mike, Monica, and Kevin, the guidance and tools they need to continue the company. Interestingly, Tony has referenced branching out into new business endeavors, investigating unexplored mining areas, or even changing into different sectors. He has remained at the top of his game because of his unwavering drive and reluctance to take it easy. The question for viewers is not if Tony will retire, but how he will continue inspiring and surprising people in the years to come. There is no doubt that Tony Beets will continue to significantly impact the mining business, having devoted his life to it. The Dredge, a revolutionary move. Tony Beets' choice to resurrect a defunct gold dredge was a brilliant example of risk-taking and inventiveness. A massive piece of machinery long thought to be outdated, the dredge was both a logistical nightmare and a possible treasure trove. The Beets crew's patience and skill were tested when they had to disassemble and move the dredge piece by piece to get it to its current location. The dredge was a vital component of Tony's operations after it was restored, enabling more effective gold recovery from sediment-rich regions. The risk wasn't without difficulties, though. since the project was in danger of failing due to technical issues and regulatory obstacles. But thanks to Tony's relentless perseverance, it was a huge success and established a standard for contemporary mining innovation. The project's scope and ambition enthralled Gold Rush fans, who saw the dredge as a representation of Tony's bravery and vision. The dredge indicates the Beets family's capacity to make even the most hazardous endeavors successful. Many's role as the backbone, the unsung hero of the Beets empire. Many Beets is essential to the family's prosperity. Many is in charge of the crucial facets of their company, such as long-term planning, logistics, and financing, while Tony is in charge of the actual mining operations. Many, well known for her keen business sense, has negotiated significant agreements, maintained smooth functioning, and even mediated disputes within the family. She is also the Beets clan's emotional pillar, providing a constant support and guidance in times of need. Remarkably, many played a key role in the family's relocation to Canada after realizing the promise of the Yukon's gold-rich landscape. Fans have praised her for her ability to multitask and maintain the family's stability in the face of reality TV and mining disasters. Many is an inspiration both on and off screen because of her quiet fortitude and unwavering resolve, emphasizing women's crucial but frequently disregarded role in male-dominated fields. Tony's reputation among miners. Tony Beets is well known in the mining industry. Tony, also called the Viking, is admired and occasionally feared for his relentless dedication to perfection. He is an influential figure in the mining industry because of his no-nonsense approach, but what makes him stand out is his loyalty and fairness. Employees frequently characterize Tony as a demanding yet priceless mentor who instills lessons that last a lifetime while still expecting the best of his team. Many miners have gained experience managing large-scale operations, troubleshooting equipment breakdowns, and handling high-pressure situations under his direction. Tony's impact goes beyond his workforce. Other miners have been motivated to reconsider their tactics by his creative methods, such as reviving antiquated dredging methods. It's interesting to note that, despite his stern demeanor, Tony is renowned for giving significant rewards for hard work, which has won him respect and adoration. His industry-setting standards and risk-taking attitude have cemented his reputation as a mining legend. The cost of fame. Tony Beets knows that life in the spotlight isn't always glamorous. Tony has had to deal with the difficulties of being one of Gold Rush's most well-known figures. The demands of his demanding life are further complicated by the pressures of being a reality TV star, which includes tolerating public criticism and coping with invasive admirers. Interestingly, Tony has remained true to himself despite the attention, refusing to sacrifice his morals to benefit his reputation. However, celebrity has also presented unanticipated opportunities, like reaching out to followers worldwide and motivating a new generation of miners. The pressures of filming and the lack of privacy have forced many, and the rest of the family, to adapt. Despite the difficulties, Tony never wavers in his commitment to his family and career, demonstrating that his goals are more important than pursuing fame. Tony's most memorable moments on Gold Rush. Tony Beets is a fan favorite on Gold Rush because he has contributed to some of the show's most memorable scenes. His rehabilitation of an abandoned gold dredge, which demonstrated his engineering prowess and perseverance, is among his most famous achievements. Another noteworthy instance was his open and frequently heated conversations with his staff, which showed his high standards and no-nonsense demeanor. Admirers also remember Tony's poignant thoughts on family, which included heartbreaking remembrances of his late daughter, Jasmine. It's interesting to note that Tony's distinctive techniques, like his inclination for dredging rather than conventional mining, have distinguished him from his contemporaries and contributed to his reputation. Tony's trip has been a wild ride, filled with successes and setbacks, from overcoming difficult Yukon circumstances to enjoying significant gold hauls. In addition to providing viewers with entertainment, these scenes help them better comprehend Tony's personality, a man who is equally challenging, creative, and devoted to his family and trade. The Beets grandchildren. The Beets family's next generation is already entering the mining industry to ensure the tradition endures. Tony's grandsons get first-hand exposure at a young age by frequently visiting the mining sites. These children are engrossed in the family industry, whether by learning about gold extraction or observing their parents and grandfather handle large machinery. Fascinatingly, Tony has taken satisfaction in witnessing his grandchildren's curiosity and desire to learn. Many and the rest of the family are committed to teaching technical skills and the virtues of perseverance, hard effort, and tenacity. Gold Rush viewers are frequently thrilled to catch a peek at the grandchildren on the show, which gives the Beets narrative a touching undertone. The family prepares for a new chapter in the Beets legacy by ensuring their knowledge and customs are passed on to the next generation.